In this section, we will explore attunement, what it is, and why it's important within the classroom. Dr. Dan Siegel is a clinical professor of psychiatry at UCLA School of Medicine and has done extensive research in attunement. Dr. Siegel states, when we are attuned with others, we allow our internal state to shift to come to resonate with the internal world of another. In other words, we are in tune or harmonize our emotional state to that of another person. This is the first step in forming a relationship. You are trying to respond to a person's perception of reality at that moment, feeling how they felt in order to truly understand their experiences, essentially absorbing those feelings and reflecting back what they might feel so the person knows you have seen, heard, and understand them. When you are attuning to another person, you notice and reflect everything that you observe in that moment. Everything that you see and hear the person, the nonverbal reactions, the nonverbal communication. For example, you would reflect what you notice, such as body language and what you hear the child saying and the feelings they're experiencing in that moment. Like if a child comes running up to you with a large, huge smile and breathing hard, eyes wide open, and telling you that in a loud voice that she got a puppy over the weekend. You could respond by saying, wow, I can tell you are really excited to have a puppy by your huge smile and your animated energy. That must mean something very special to you. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to share that with me. I feel honored that you told me that. You must feel very proud to have such a special responsibility to take care of such as a puppy. Another example might be that little Johnny rolls his eyes and takes a deep sigh, and his eyebrows and face are really tense when he hears you mention to the class to get out the math work from the day before, of which he didn't understand and struggled with, so he caused a scene and was sent to the office. The teacher might come over to him and bend down to get on his level and whisper so that others can't hear, and respond by saying something like, Johnny, I noticed your deep sigh and your face looks really tense. I would feel overwhelmed too and frustrated if I didn't understand what to do either. We can walk through it together once I get everyone started. Does that sound like a good plan? I know you can do this. I'm so proud of you for even trying. We will get through this together. Dr. Bruce Perry of the Child Trauma Academy states that the vast majority of our communication to one another is nonverbal. Eye movements, facial gestures, tone of voice, even a move of the hand or a tilt of the head. A child can sense your interest, your approval, and your enthusiasm. Attunement helps build and maintain relationships. Teachers can help children learn to better attune by observing the child and teaching them how to read and respond to nonverbal cues. By observing and responding appropriately, an attuned teacher will learn individual strengths of the student, how much each student can tolerate, and their preferred communication style, like if they're verbal or quiet when they get upset. By observing students, a teacher can learn and attune to the change in tone of voice and the intensity of the child's activity. Teachers can change their style of teaching based on each child when attuned to each child. For example, if a teacher knows an anxious, shy, or quiet child may prefer solitary activities instead of grouping them in a group activity. Teachers should be aware that due to their power, words and actions and expressions are magnified. Criticism can feel crushing, but approval will be motivating. This is why the core of good teaching is attunement.